Hey guys, this is Dark Passenger, and yeah, I'm just here to talk about Bohemian Rhapsody. Yeah, I just saw this film in theaters. Went to the 9 p.m. showing, and this film is basically about Freddie Mercury and the birth of Queen. This film was directed by Brian Singer. The director who behind X-Men. And yeah, this film is really good in my opinion. It basically outlines the beginning of Queen. How it started, basically from there to, and it shows how Bohemian Rhapsody was written, and you know another one bites the dust. We Will Rock You. All the songs that we know and love by Queen. Um, an actor by the name of Rami Malek plays Freddie Mercury, and there's and it was a good choice too, because he actually really does look like the real Freddie Mercury. There is a resemblance, and also sounded like him a little, but I don't think it was him actually singing. They they probably took the you know voice of Freddie Mercury from the songs and kind of synced it, made it to fit the actor when he was singing. I don't think he really sang himself, but this is a really good biopic. How it shows how, in the beginning, it shows how Freddie Mercury first approached the other members of the band, the drummer and the lead guitarist, after the first lead singer left. And back then, this was in 1970 in London, and the band was called Smile back then, I think. And Freddie just went to one of their gigs at a bar, and then he approached them and basically said, he's been writing songs, just for a bit of fun, and that, you know, and they told him he was, 5 minutes too late because their lead singer just quit. And he just says, oh, well, then you're looking for somebody new. And they asked him, well, who would that be? And he said, well, he might be a good choice. And basically he sang for them, and said, oh, I'll consider your offer pretty much. And then he joined them, joined the band as the lead singer. And after that, it shows how they have this gig at another bar, and he's just starting out with them. Everybody laughs at him. They don't think he's going to be that great, and then later on he pretty much ends up showing them all that he's better than they thought he could be. And it also, this film is quite sad as well, because it kind of shows how he gets sick, how Freddie Mercury gets sick and basically just starts dying from AIDS after it's revealed that he's actually homosexual. He was engaged to a woman before he found that out, a woman called Mary. And it just basically shows that whole story, tells that whole story. And and shows some of Queen's concerts as well. They ended up touring America after they signed with a manager. So they toured America, and I believe twice. And also, it shows how Freddie Mercury ends up with a guy called Jim as well. You know, this was closer to his death. He died in November of 1991, I believe. So yeah, and in the beginning, you know, it shows how he's coming out at this concert for starving children. You know, they're raising money for these starving children in Africa, I think it is. And so basically, this is a spoiler alert here. It basically begins and ends with that. It shows the entire performance in the end. And another thing that was cool, "We Will Rock You" was actually a song for the audience, you know, for the people, a song that their audience could sing along to. It was just something for them, pretty much. It showed how they came up with the beat when Freddie Mercury was running late to one of their band meetings. And he basically shows up, and the lead guitarist is just, you know, proposing that idea. And Freddie, you know, he comes in and he just asks, you know, what's going on. And they tell him, well, if you'd actually bothered to show up on time, you'd know. And the lead guitarist tells him what's going on and what he thought of. And Freddie just asks, well, what are the lyrics, you know, to the beat. And then that's how "We Will Rock You" was basically born, you know, how that song was written. And also the bass guitarist came up with Another One Bites the Dust. You know, he came up with the riff on the bass guitar and the lyrics, and that's how that song was written. So yeah, this film is really interesting. I would really recommend that you see this in theaters. It really is great. And the actor who plays Freddie Mercury is just spectacular in this. I would highly recommend that you see this if you haven't yet. So that's pretty much all I gotta say. Thanks for watching. Thanks for, you know, listening. Subscribe. Stay tuned for more reviews, DVD updates, movie news. Peace. Peace.